All right. Good morning, traders. Thank you for being here. Today is September 19th, 2024. Good morning to everybody out there in digital land. Thank you to everybody who patronizes our BYOB services. Thank you for being in the room. So good morning, Brad, Scott, Marley, Gilbert, Chip, Alan, John Fox, and Ed Carter. Thank you for everybody being here. Appreciate that. All right. I have a open house tomorrow at 8 a.m. until 4 p.m. All right. So it's open house. If you're out there in digital land and you want to join us, check out the link in the description below the video. All right. So my SPY pivot this morning remains at 562. Above it, I'm a bull. Below it, I'm a bear. T2123, new all-time highs. SPY, that's the S&P 500, new all-time highs. XLI, that's the Spider's industrial sector, new all-time highs. All these yesterday. GLD, that's gold, new all-time highs. Diamond Dow, Dow Jones Industrial Average, new all-time highs. All of those made new all-time highs yesterday. Okay, so now all of the Fab Five are in daily uptrends. SPY closed with 2-hour downtrend and a 10-minute downtrend. IWM, FNGU, QQQ made outside days, closing over their bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. Okay, SPY and IW and which one's missing? SPY and Diamond Dow made new all-time highs, so you know that they closed over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. All right, so gold and silver, both in uptrends, both made outside candles closing inside their bullish traps over the 17 EMAs. Remember, gold made an all-time high yesterday. Okay, so UNG made an uptrend, is still in an uptrend, made a lower high and a lower low, closing inside a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Remember, gold and silver both still in uptrends. All of the indexes plus FNGU, okay, all of the Fab Five still in uptrends. Okay, so UNG in an uptrend made a lower high and a lower low, closing inside the bullish trap over the 17. USO in a downtrend made a lower high and a lower low, closing inside the bullish trap under the 17. US dollar index in a downtrend closed near the 101.05 area. All right, let's take a look at some charts here. All right, so we got SPY up here at the projected target. That is twice the height of the initial move off of the base here. So that is at a projected target. There is another projected target up here at 575. All right, so huge gap up from 561, clear up to, I think we already got up to 570.90 earlier in the pre-market. So that's it's about a $10 rip right there, gap up. Okay, so there's SPY. 10-minute chart. Let's look at this on the 10-minute chart. You can see price underneath the 8. That's the white line, the thin white line. The yellow line is the 3 EMA. You can see price and the candlesticks and the 3 underneath the white. So that makes got some space in between the yellow line and the white line, and the yellow line is below it. So that's a downtrend. So we left off yesterday with a 10-minute downtrend in SPY. That's not what's happening this morning, okay? So got a 10-minute uptrend in the pre-market here. Okay, so far, I'm thinking they pull back to this peak right there. We'll see what happens. Okay, so on the 2-hour chart, 2-hour chart, we had a 2-hour downtrend. That was yellow line underneath the 3 EMA, underneath the white 8 EMA. So we had a 10-minute downtrend, actually more of a consolidation, but it was a 2-hour downtrend coming into the close. A lot of consolidation. Okay, let's look at this move. What do we like to see? Price action move up. okay, and then hold the higher ground. That's what it's doing. It moved up, and now it's holding the higher ground. That's bullish, okay? So now we're looking for another bullish move coming off that equates to whatever happened from here up to go from here up, all right? So there is SPY on the 2-hour chart. Okay, on the daily chart, let's take a look at it on the daily chart. On the daily chart, here we are, price action yesterday. This is yesterday's candle. Okay, so we had a higher high and a lower low. Okay, but we closed over a bullish trap over a rising 17 EMA. Okay, I said this once, I said it a dozen times. Price action is up over the all-time high anchored VWAP, anchored at that anchored high, over the recent high anchored VWAP, anchored right here on, I think that's August 30th, right there. So we've got price action with anchored VWAPs on the 30th, and this one happens to be at the all-time high, which was 7/16, July 16th. So yesterday, SPY made a new all-time high yesterday. So whenever you see price up over these all-time high anchored VWAPs or these recent high anchored VWAPs, that is an indication for me that money is flowing into the market, okay? Picture a river of money, all right? Just flowing down to the bay, okay? All right, it's just a river of money, and you're walking alongside of it, chasing it like, oh my gosh, there's a $50 bill, there's a $100 bill. Okay, all you got to do is just fall in, all right, because that's where it's happening. Money is flowing into the market. Find a red candle and fall in. All right. So there it is. There's SPY, and we are hitting 570. I had projections for SPY clear up to 595. Some of them reach as high as 589. So we'll see how far they get with this. This is SPY on the daily chart, definitely in an uptrend. New all-time high yesterday, new all-time high today. You can see we're up here at 570.44. Okay, so there's the daily chart for SPY. Putting in a higher low, and what I say when the bulls put in a higher low, pressure will be on the bulls to produce the higher high. Hey, look, that's what they're doing right now, all right? So we'll see how far they want to take it. Okay, so there's SPY. How do we get in this morning? Well, this is kind of flying pretty high right now. Okay, I kind of wait for a pullback, or I try to find at least a red minute candle where price takes out that 10-minute red candle and then jump in on that. I would expect a pullback to minor support. Typical pullbacks come back to minor support, and that would be the high of yesterday's candle up here, which I'm not sure where it is. Let me see if I can get the crosshairs to show up. All right, crosshairs showing up. We have a high right there of 568.75. So I pull back to 568.75. We could see a bounce. Another place for a bounce would be top of this candle right here, the red one. And that is, well, let's just go do this. What's the high? 566.58. So I pull back to 566.58. Wait. 560, no, the high 566.58. Yeah, pull back to there, and we could see a bounce coming off of that back up to probably 570, hopefully even 575. Okay, so there's SPY looking for that pullback so we can jump in on it. All right, so there's SPY. Let's take a look at QQQ. QQQ, we have yesterday's price action. Outside day, higher high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap, over the rising 17 EMA. Okay, QQQ put in a higher low. We need the bulls to produce the higher high. All right, they haven't quite got it yet. All right, they are still in an uptrend because we took out this high right here. So we have an uptrend on QQQ, just waiting for bulls to produce another higher high. And that would be nice if they get that done sometime today. There's QQQ, or tomorrow. QQQ in an uptrend, SPY, new all-time highs. So, of course, that's an uptrend. Let's take a look at FNGU. FNGU is 10 of the most heavily weighted stocks in the QQQ and the SPY. So we follow this pretty much religiously if we're going to trade options on QQQ or SPY. Okay, so for FNGU, taking out this high is in an uptrend. Making a higher low, we're waiting for the bulls to be inspired to make the higher high. So there's FNGU. Price action, haven't done it yet. Price action right here, outside day again, higher high, lower low, closing over a bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Okay, so FNGU in an uptrend, QQQ, all of them are in uptrends right now. Okay, let's take a look at IWM. So here's IWM poking out a new high right here. There's the high, made a higher low, made a higher high yesterday, putting in an outside day, which was a higher high and a lower low, closing over a bullish trap over 17 EMA. So IWM now in an uptrend. Wasn't before, but it is now. Okay, because they took out and they made a new higher high. Okay, so here's the previous high, and they just took it out right here yesterday. So IWM in an uptrend on the daily chart right there. Okay, so let's take a look at Diamond Dow. Now, Diamond Dow, kind of like SPY, put in yesterday new all-time highs. Outside candle, all right, that's a higher high, lower low. Closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. New all-time high for Diamond Dow. Looks like they're going to get another one this morning. Oh, yeah. Okay, so there's Diamond Dow. There's all four of the indexes plus FNGU. Okay, all in uptrends. Take a look at our technicals. T2122, you can see right here. This is the 18th right there. So you can see we fell out of the overbought zone into the buy zone, put in a little inverse head and shoulders, found our way back into the overbought zone, and then had a little bit of profit taking at the end of the day. So we wound up left off right here in the buy zone. I think we're back into the overbought zone later today. All right, so higher low right here, looking for bulls to bring us back into the higher high back up into here. Okay, so there's T2122. T2123, all right, put in new all-time highs. They're closing in on my target here. You see that? I've been putting this target up for a long time now, so they're closing in on my target, and we got up as high as 637. I don't like the candles. Those look like exhaustion candles. So we'll see. IWM's already gapping up this morning, so that's a good sign. Notice the price action for T2123. It's a 15-minute chart. Okay. See the gap ups? The bears are not filling those gaps ups. See the gap ups? So when the bears aren't filling the gaps, that's very bullish. Okay. You got the rising 200 SMA on the 15 up in between the two prior all-time highs. That's bullish. Okay. Prices moving up and holding the higher ground. That's bullish. Okay. That's what we like to see. Price move up, hold the higher ground. Move up, hold the higher ground. Move up, hold the higher ground. This is the price action we like to see as bulls. Okay, move up, hold the higher ground. Okay, this is an exhaustion. I don't like to see that. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully they're just starting off the end of a big move up into 538, 637, 638 area, right up here. Okay, so there's T2123. Okay, getting a lot of bullish action out of this. See, no gaps getting filled. moving up and holding the higher ground. Okay, so now we'll look at it on the 3-bar chart. It's going to look very similar. All right, look very similar on the 3-bar chart. Okay, 3 more green candle bars, rising 200 SMA. Like to see this get up in between these 2 prior all-time highs. Okay, again, it's the same chart, so it's a new all-time high for T2123. All right, so like to see 200 get up into here. We'll see what happens. All right, price action moving up. Got a whole lot more space between the rising 200 and the price action. That's bullish. All right, space is opening up. See right here, the proximity is closer than where it is right here today, where we have a lot more space in between there. Look at the relationship between the price action and the rising 17 EMA, getting a lot of space opening up. Okay, that's bullish right there. Okay, see the space opening up between price action here and the 17, so that's bullish. See this 17 and price moving up over the 200. That's bullish. Okay, so let's take a look at FNGU. FNGU, wow, like that. Okay, what do we ask price to do? Like I said before, we like price to move up and then hold the higher ground. Okay, so that's what we got here. Price is moving up, consolidating up here. Whenever I see price consolidate over prior consolidation, okay, so here's some prior consolidation. Here's some prior consolidation. All right, whenever price is consolidating over prior consolidation, that's bullish for me. So what do I want to see? I want to see price move up and consolidate up here over prior consolidation. That would be nice to see that happen right there. So there's FNGU, and that's acting bullish. Okay, everything in the market is telling you that this is bullish. Money's flowing into the market. The price action's moving up and holding the higher ground. The big cap stocks are now acting bullish. This is the FNGU. All right, the heavyweights, this is bullish. Everything is telling you it's time to be in the market. All right, everything's all lined up. Then on top of all of that, you've got some serious sectors making new all-time highs. All right, so let's go take a look at a few of those sectors. Then we'll take a look at some other stuff here. First sector, SMH. All right, there's the all-time high right here back in July. Still in an uptrend because it took out this high, making a higher low, looking for the bulls to produce the higher high. Okay, still in an uptrend. Okay, I like to see this back up over. What we really need to do is put an anchored VWAP right on there. Okay, need to see SMH up over the all-time high anchored VWAP right there. Okay, that's what we need to see. This is a prior all-time high. Let's take this out. Take this out. Okay, need price up over that. That would be very, very bullish in the SMH. All right, right now we've got a higher low and we made a higher high right here. We squeaked one out. All right, so now we're looking for the bulls to get inspired and make a higher high there. XLK, let's do the same thing with XLK. Okay, so here's the anchored VWAP. Let's move it up to all-time high. Come on. No, I don't want to edit. Yeah, just delete it. You don't want to work. Put it right up here. Price is up over the all-time high. Technology, anchored VWAP, very good sign. SMH, not quite as strong as XLK. That's our technology sector right there. Okay, price action makes a higher high right here than this high. It's in an uptrend, makes a higher low. Need price, need the bulls, produce a higher high up here, up over this high right here, that red candle right there. XLK in an uptrend, SMH in an uptrend. SMH in a weak uptrend, XLK also in That's a pretty decent uptrend. It's up over all-time high. I like that. Anchored VWAP. That's good. All right, so we got some bullish price action there. We got the FNGU, right? All right, they got some big caps. Let's see where they are with the anchored VWAP. Okay, so not quite up over that, but still acting bullish, making a higher low. And you can see price action rising up here. Like to see them take out that high. So FNGU kind of now at the all-time high anchored VWAP. Want to see that get inspired. Want to see the bulls get inspired to make that new high. Okay, let's take a look at XLF. Okay, XLF. That might be new all-time highs. Almost. This is the all-time high. It's about 14 days ago right here. So that's bullish, making new all-time highs. Got a higher low. Want the bulls to produce a higher high sometime this week. That would be nice. XLF. Nice price action there. Looking like they're going to take out and make another new all-time high sometime today or tomorrow. Excuse me. So there's XLF uptrend. XLI. Let's take a look at XLI. XLI yesterday. New all-time high for XLI. There's our industrial sector. New all-time high there. Okay, that's bullish. Higher low, higher high. All right, let's take a look at XRT. It's our retail sales sector. Okay, XRT was in a downtrend. Okay, notice it took out these lows down here with this candle. Took out all those lows. All right, so it's in a downtrend. So now it has to take out this high to be in an uptrend. Well, it hasn't been able to. Had a harsh pullback. And you can see from yesterday's candle, we're getting close, guys. We're getting close to creating that uptrend. Not far, just pennies. All right, very close to breaking XRT into an uptrend. Price action, beautiful. I don't like the wick up top there, but I do like price action returning to those highs first thing in the morning. That's a warm, good feeling right there. Okay, so price action got a looks like an outside day. Okay, higher high, lower low, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. XRT dangerously close to turning into an uptrend. All right, let's take a look at IYT. It's our transports. Yesterday's price action. You can see we've made higher lows and higher highs. That's an uptrend. Price action got a higher low and a higher high, closing over the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. So we have financials in an uptrend, industrials in an uptrend, technology in an uptrend, and the transports in an uptrend. And we got FNGU possibly up over the all-time high anchored VWAP. That's bullish. We'll see if they can get going. We've got all four indices in uptrends. Okay. So we've got a lot of stuff in uptrends right now. We have the perfect storm to get to 600 in SPY. Let's see if they can do it. Okay, there's nothing. There's no earnings on the deck here to squash the momentum that we have going on. So there's IYT transports in uptrends. Let's take a look at USO. USO's in a downtrend because it's made lower lows, lower highs, and lower lows. Price action yesterday, okay, you can see lower high, lower low, closing in the bullish trap under the 17 EMA. UNG is in an uptrend, made a lower high, lower low, closing in the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. Silver and gold, both in uptrends. Silver making an outside day, closing inside the bullish trap over the 17 EMA. And GLD, all right, that's gold, having another outside day, but also making a brand new all-time high yesterday in GLD. Okay, so that's in an uptrend. All right, so we got precious metals in uptrends, industrials in uptrends, technology in an uptrend, FNGU, the big cap, in a weak uptrend. All right, we got T2123 making new all-time highs. We got four indexes in uptrends. We have the perfect storm There is a river of money flowing. It's your choice whether you want to jump in or not, okay? Money is flowing into the markets, okay? So there's GLD, all right? We just did SPY, all right? And I did the technicals. Let's take a look at our economics package. Okay, so here's the dollar. Okay, dollar closed up here yesterday, right about 101.05. You can see it moving down this morning, back down to 100.67. If they take out this low right here, all right, that's 99.74. That will be a new 2.5-year low for the US dollar index. US dollar index currently in a downtrend, making lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and lower lows. Right now we are at a 12-month low right here in the US dollar. When the dollar is cheap, it makes the goods and services sold from the USA to foreign countries cheaper and more affordable, because they doesn't take as much of their currency to purchase our goods and services. So that's very bullish for the market. Okay, so there's US dollar index. Let's take a look at Max Pain. Are they going to let me see it today? Max Pain currently 562, and that's for the puts and calls that expired just today. Okay, put to call ratio is a little over 1 put for each call that expires today. Okay, max pain, according to them, is the point at which they inflict the most pain on the majority of the stocks, the majority of the contracts in the market for the SPY. Okay, let's take a look at the earnings. What do we got for earnings? Today we have FedEx going to report after the close. Okay, $72 billion. Okay, again, that's a familiar name, but it's not going to be enough to rock and roll the market right there. FedEx going to report tonight. Again, earnings, familiar names, but nothing that's going to impact the markets that greatly. All right, so there's the earnings report. Economic. Yesterday was the main event, FOMC. It looks like they cut by 50 basis points. I think the market, they also started to mention having another cut of 50 basis points later on before the year's out. So that's pretty good for the market. And you can see the market is very excited about that. Those 50 basis points cuts, and making our money cheaper will also cause, back to the dollar, will cause the dollar to probably drop even a little more. And we could get underneath this and see that 2.5-year low right there in the US dollar index. We'll see what happens. All right. So yesterday was FOMC, and then they had a little presser at 2:30. This morning, in about 2 minutes, jobless claims come out at 8:30. Philly Fed manufacturing, 8:30. Current account at 8:30. Existing home sales 10. Leading indicators also at 10. A gas report. Usually every Thursday at 10:30 that comes out, and you can see the Fed already made a statement yesterday, so probably not going to hear from them for a week or so. And tomorrow, nothing on the calendar that can disrupt the bulls from moving higher. Okay, so as long as these numbers don't come out way out of line, and even if they did with the basis point cuts, I think that would probably trump any bad jobless claims or Philly Fed or a manufacturing index. That would definitely help move things in the right direction. I think that those 50 basis point cuts plus mentioning 50 more would probably trump any bad news, if we got any, in the next minute when this report comes out. We'll see what happens, okay? They are due for a pullback to that prior point. This may just inspire that prior pullback to start happening, all right? So we've done the NASDAQ, we've done, the earnings, we've done the economic calendar, we did the max pain, and we did the dollar index. That's it this morning, all right? The market is bullish. All right. I'm looking to buy the dip if they give me the dip. All right. I'm looking to buy the dip. All right. I'm going to look for that 10-minute uptrend. All right. Or a point of interest where I'm looking for minor support to be hit and then bounce off of that to the upside. I'd be looking for a nice green candle coming off of minor support to jump into that river of money flowing into the market. All right, so do I have any questions? I'll take questions in the room. All right. If not, I'm going to render my video and get it out there for everyone to hear. By the way, don't forget, open house tomorrow, 8 o'clock in the morning until, I don't know, till 4? Yeah, till 4. I got a lot of positions that are looking real good this morning. If the market stays up here. Okay. I got 40 of these calls, 30 of those calls, 80 of those calls. Okay, so that one's projected to give me 21,000. This one's projected to give me 4,000. It's probably going to go higher. Probably going to be up here. Because this is just where that point, the pullback point is. Okay. This one's projected 14,000. And then this one is projected for another 4,000. So, and they're all up higher than where they are. So, as long as I can get to selling them before the market pulls back, I'll be in good shape. So I got an hour. Hopefully the market doesn't put in some big red candles. We'll see what happens. All right. All right, traders, that's it. All right, I'll see you guys at 9:45. All right, and 9:15, and we'll kick off the market again. Yep, thank you, everybody. All right, see you guys in 45 minutes.